Welcome, everyone, to the Stateless Atheist, where religion, politics, and society collide. Let's begin. So, welcome to the first video for the Stateless Atheist. This channel is going to be focused on three main goals. We're going to question the state, we're going to question religion, and we're going to question other bad ideas and reasoning. Then you're going to notice there's going to be some recurring themes throughout this channel. The main ones are going to be skepticism, liberty, and power and consent. We're going to do this through examining the literature from three main sources: atheist literature, classical liberal literature, and anarchist literature. Now, within this literature, not everyone agrees, so we're going to look at different ideas from different authors. In the classical liberal tradition, you'll have utilitarianism, but then you have deontology, and you have everything like in between. And then even in the anarchist literature, you have market anarchists like Stirner, who's an individualist, but he leans more market. You have contemporary market anarchists like Rothbard or Gary Chartier, Roderick Long. Then you have more classical anarchists like Proudhon, or Stirner again would be a classical, but then you have Bakunin, who's more of like a ANCOM. So let's talk a little more about the reason for creating the channel and where we're going to be going forward. Okay, so the main arguments against the state are: there's a legitimacy problem. How can anything that people did not consent to bind them, either today or even going into the future? Then there's the knowledge problem. Knowledge is at least partly inarticulate and therefore tacit and personal. How can the state acquire the knowledge better than individuals have of themselves? Then you have the incentive problem. People often assume that non-state actors are selfish, but state actors are somehow altruistic. How is it possible that state actors can have different motivations than the non-state actors? And this is before I even talk about all the immoral actions done in the name of the state. You have the Holocaust, the killing of the Native Americans, invasion of other countries, either old colonialism or new imperialism, the 2 million plus inmates locked up in the United States, many for victimless crimes, and China's crackdown recently on religion. And you have many more things that you can complain about. What we're going to do is we're going to examine all of these questions from multiple perspectives. Now let's talk about religion a little. So, before I begin, I'd like to explain two things. First, I'm against religion, but I'm not against the religious people. I know many amazing and intelligent people that are religious. I have nothing against them, and I don't have anything against many, many people that believe in a God or have a religion. I view people as individuals, so while I think religion overall is bad, I don't blame every religious person. Second, while I'm mostly going to be talking about Christianity and Islam, because they are the two largest religions in the world, this is going to pertain to all theistic religions and most other religions as well. So my arguments against religion, though, are quite different than my political and economic arguments. While discussing politics and arguments, I'm going to make a lot of positive claims. In religion, I will be mostly refuting the positive claims of theistics. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the Pascal's wager, the ontological argument, the cosmological argument, argument from design, and argument for morality, as well as many others. Now, many people will ask, why do I care what other people think? There are two reasons why I care. Number one, many people who believe in these ideas then use them to harm others through proposed legislation, bullying, discrimination, and or passing it on to their children. Second, if someone is convinced to give up their liberty for a terrible reason, are they truly free? A good example of this is gay people that end up marrying people of the opposite sex and give up their happiness just because they believe it will make God happy. I can hear it now. That's correlation, not causation. Don't worry, we're going to get to that. I have evidence for my view. Maybe it's not enough evidence, but there's evidence there. And I'd like to hear your viewpoints also. And here are a few good examples of religion causing harm.
Hi, I'm going to be speaking today about how silent are we as women supposed to be in the church. I'm going to be reading from 1 Corinthians 14, first of all. I probably won't read 1 Timothy, I'll just explain to you what it says about it. Because there's a lot of confusion about this topic right now, and I think we as godly women need to know God's word and what he thinks about us speaking in the church.
And this?
Now, you probably didn't even question your own existence until this video. And if you did beforehand, you probably just would have tried to just get rid of it like that. Just thought it's a stupid thought. And the reason for that is because it's illogical. And the same thing would have happened for the existence of God if you didn't get affected by this disease of atheism.
And this?
As a conservative Christian, watch what I say. Atheism is not true. Atheism is 100% full of crap. Atheism is a lie. I am 100% confident that God does exist. People claiming God doesn't exist, I am claiming they are wrong. You see, you gotta be a man, Atheist Experience Show. I shouldn't joke around. You know, earlier I said that they had lesbians on the show, and it really is true. They've got some pretty ugly lesbians on that show. And, you know, we're scared for the lesbians because somewhere I read that lesbians will go to hell lickety-split. Lickety-split. I'm not happy about that. I've also heard that they have some militant homosexuals on that show.
And I have many more examples, but we need to move on. So why is this channel even necessary? If you look at it from the political side, there are many libertarians and anarchists that accept the bad arguments of the theistic or religious kind. But on the other side, you have many atheists who are skeptical of theist claims or religious claims, supernatural claims, but they wholeheartedly accept the claims of the state. They just accept that the state's legitimate without actually thinking it through. So we need to try to merge both views together and see if we can get atheists to be more skeptical of the state and libertarians and anarchists to be more skeptical of religion. So what are the plans of the channel? I have a full-time job, so I can't do too much yet. Maybe in the future I'll get more time, but I do plan on releasing 2 videos a week. For start, on the weekends I want to do a response video to either another video, podcast, or an article about things I disagree with. Then during the week I want to release one video that either summarizes and talks about a journal article or a book chapter or an interview about ideas that I do agree with, that I think helps us think better. Then once a month, I'm going to start publishing reading groups where I'm going to list questions to go along with books or articles, and I'm going to try to create a conversation with that. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining me. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.